Good afternoon, Keepers at the Cash. Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy here. And today, guys, we're here looking at my new pickups for the week for New Comic Book Day, July 10th. And also some Bronze Age and even some modern pickups from Whatnot. We're going to shout out the seller on Whatnot. Really great seller. And no matter what platform you're buying comics on, it all depends on finding sellers that you can trust that offer the prices that you want to pay and that have integrity. And we'll talk a little bit more about that after. But right now, let's get into my new pickups for the week. Now, it was a fairly light week. I only got a couple issues, but so first up, we have Red Sonja, Empire of the Damned. This is number 4. Now, one more issue to go in this. This is a Joshua Middleton cover, so really pretty. Love that one. Beautiful cover. One more issue of Empire of the Damned to go, and then I'm going to sit down and read it in a one fell swoop. Then we have, of course, the Joseph Michael Linsner cover. Great cover there as well. In Battle Against the Beast. So you gotta love that. I like when Sonja's in battle. She's a warrior. Put her in battle. Alright, next up, we have Gun Honey, issue 3 of 4. Alright, so we have the Jae Hung Lee cover. This one's good. It's a little too digital for me. It's a good cover though. The art's great. Just not so much for me, but this second cover is exactly my favorite type of style of art. This looks painted. It's just beautiful. This is an Alex Ronald cover, and this just has like classic vibes all over it. Something you'd see in a magazine back in the day. Absolutely gorgeous cover. One of my favorite covers of the week. Just beautiful. Again, that was Alex Ronald. Great cover. All right, then that was it for the regular comics. And we have the magazine, right? We have the Savage Sword of Conan, issue 3. Now, issues 1 and 2, issue 1 was good. Issue 2 was better. Issue 3 is finding it found its stride. Issue 3 was excellent, cover to cover. That was, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you that this was Kerry Nord, who you most know him from doing Conan over at Dark Horse. So Kerry Nord cover, there's a Kerry Nord story inside, a really good one too. He's the artist on it, but the art's great, the story's fun. Then we have the Alex Horley cover. This just screams classic Savage Sword of Conan. This is something you would definitely see on the original magazine. Absolutely beautiful cover. So beautiful. We also have to get the Virgin variant. So, like I said, in this book, issue 1, the Conan story was okay. But the Solomon came back up by Patrick Zurcher, who I know more as an artist than a writer. And he wrote it, was good. A great start to a Solomon Kane story. Issue 2, better Conan tale. Solomon Kane story, still strong. Issue 3, great Conan stories, 2 of them. One's a silent one. And a great wrap-up to the Solomon Kane story. Now, this is where I have to take a moment and give a shout-out to Patrick Zurcher. Solomon Kane is not an easy character. He's one of Robert E. Howard's most famous characters, but that's still not saying a lot when you're talking about the pantheon of his creations, where Conan seems to get the biggest amount of the praise and recognition. You have, of course, Cull, you have Bran McMorn. Solomon Kane is a Puritan, and what's great is it takes a little bit of skill, in my opinion, to write him properly. This is a character that is a devout Christian. I'm not religious at all, but I love this character. But his Christianity and his mission, he wanders and he's righting wrongs, is always in contrast to what he's running into out in his real world, right? He's running into gods that were before his God. He's running into what he considers complete contrast and abominations in the face of his Lord, right? But he can't deny their existence and their power because he keeps witnessing it right there in front of him. And in some of those instances, those powers are saving him, so he can't deny them, which always puts him in personal conflict with his personal beliefs, right? And it's just a really cool dichotomy to write a character that has all these inner conflicts while he's just trying to do right by what he believes. Now, the great thing about this three-part Solomon Kane story is Patrick Zurcher, not only is the art absolutely gorgeous and the panels beautiful, everything about it art-wise is just mint, but when you're reading the words that he puts in Solomon Kane's mouth and you're reading this character, it literally sounds like Robert E. Howard writing Solomon Kane with the things that Solomon Kane would say, and it's fantastic. I mean, what a great job by Patrick Zurcher on the Solomon Kane story. Can't give it any higher praise. Just well done. Now let's get into the Whatnot buys. Now this stack here is all from one person. This is from King of the Golden State, and James over there does a great job. Now I know Whatnot gets a lot of hate. I don't care about the Whatnot platform itself, whether it's eBay, whether it's Whatnot, whether it's an LCS. I'm rating what I do based on the sellers I buy from and how I think they are with their customers, how I think their pricing is, and how I think their shipping costs and fees are. Now, what I really like, and I'm going to leave his link in the description below, is he does $2 starts on everything. Almost this whole pile here, keys and all, were $2 starts, and most of these I only paid $2 for in near mint shape. I think there was 2 books I paid more than $2 for, and it still wasn't expensive. So I could get these books cheaper through him than I could on eBay, than I could in a brick and mortar store. And that's what shipping combined, I could still get the books cheaper from him. So it was a no-brainer for me to buy these from him. Great personality, great dude, runs a great show. The deals are for real with James. So first up, and again, some of these I can't believe nobody was bidding on. He had a room of like 30, 40 people. And Alien Worlds, number 6. All right, Frank Bruner cover. And just look at that cover. I mean, so you got a story in here by Frank Bruner, and he's inked by Mike Mignola. Great story in here. Nice little sci-fi erotic horror story. And you have another one, another story in here. Both are written by Bruce Jones, one of my favorite writers. So beautiful cover too. What a stunner. Near mint, $2. Can't go wrong. Another one of my favorite covers from the Tomb Raider series. This is a Joe Jusko cover. This is issue number 6. I already have this, but for $2, a near mint copy, Joe Jusko cover from Tomb Raider. And if you go to look for this series in any LCSs, any that I've seen, they're asking $8 to $15 an issue. So $2, amazing. Next up, Marvel 2-in-1 featuring The Thing and Puppet Master, a special Xmas issue. Number 74, near mint, again, a $2 grab. Who's not picking up Marvel 2-in-1s for $2? I mean, you cannot go wrong with that. And then, one of my all-time favorite issues in comics, we have The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 203. I got myself another copy because I always pick this up when I find it and it's cheap. $2, near mint. The first meeting of Spider-Man and Dazzler, and just a fun story, fun little 2-parter. Of course, reprinted in Marvel Tales with great Todd McFarlane covers. But the original ASM and Dazzler, just fantastic. Next up, this one is new to the collection. I just like the border cover. This is the West Coast Avengers, number 14, $2, near mint. Come on, $2. And after the first couple books, your shipping's free. So for this whole pile of books, I got like $8 shipping, which is dirt cheap when you compare it to eBay fees, or even what you would pay for cover price going to an LCS. Next up, issue number 15 of Howard the Duck. Now this is a VG copy, but again, $2, and you can't go wrong. This is some Bronze Age magic right here. Fantastic stuff. Now these next 3 issues I have, but for $2 a piece with nobody else bidding on them, I'm going to have 3 or 4 copies of each. I don't care. I love this series. So this is issue 11 of Dazzler. Because I am an actual real Dazzler fan. Not she's going to be played by Taylor, so all of a sudden I like her. Nope. I've always read Dazzler. I have this series twice over. So issue number 13. Another great cover. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then issue 17, the kissing cover with Dazzler and Warren Worthington III, Angel. Always fun to have an extra kissing cover in the collection. And I picked these up because back in this era, you could get the direct editions, and you could get the newsstand edition. So I like to do that. Now this one I also have, but to find this book in this shape, this is near mint. This is Heroes Against Hunger, Superman and Batman. You had like 50 creators work on this book. This thing is an anomaly. It's so great. So many great creators contributed to this. And just to add a near mint copy, I think my other one's almost like a very fine, but not exactly near mint. This one's near mint, $2. And people who know about that issue know about that issue. Next up, we have Creatures on the Loose, issue 17, the second appearance of Gulliver Jones. Now, I'm trying to put this little run of Gulliver Jones together. It's Creatures on the Loose, 16 to 21. I need 2 more issues to complete it, 20 and 21. And I'll have that little section. Just goes in with my barbaric stuff, right? But a great series, Creatures on the Loose. Then, this I've been searching for in near mint for a while. Every time I find it, it's not near mint, and people are asking $12 to $15 for this cover. Walt Simonson cover. This is Red Sonja, issue number 1. This one is a second or third series volume, and just a great cover. I've been wanting one that I can get graded. This will be it. Near mint, $2, can't beat it. Again, for a book that if you go anywhere else, they're wanting $12 to $15 for this sucker, and it's not clean like this. This is clean. And this is a hard cover to find clean. Trust me, I've looked for years. Every time I find it, there's rubs, there's dirt, there's something marring the issue. $2 from James, King of the Golden State. And I have the near mint copy I've been looking for forever, and at a deal that I can't find anywhere else. Next up, another issue that I've always wanted to add to the PC. Just 2 great characters. And this is Cloak and Dagger, issue 1. Again, another $2 buy. Near mint shape. You cannot go wrong with that. Next up, another series I collect whenever I find them. This is Dark Horse Presents. This is issue 46. Again, a great Predator cover by Dave Dorman. And this is a series I'm putting together slowly to Dark Horse Presents. They've just had such great stories in them. Great little arcs. And just absolutely love the anthology style of this book. And not to mention the Aliens and Predator stories. Plus they did a sequel to John Carpenter's The Thing and 3 or 4 of the issues of this. Next up, another near mint, well, not near mint, I would say this is very fine. Fantastic Four, issue 238. Honest Dr. Doom is not in this Marvel comic. Now this is a cool little book because this is a low-key key, all right? This is the first appearance of Aunt Petunia. You know, Ben Grimm's The Ever-Loving Blue-Eyed Things, Aunt Petunia. And of course you have the origin of Frankie Ray in this issue as well. So fun little FF issue. And then we have another FF. This is not a key. This is just a cover I like. I pick it up whenever I see it. And John Byrne, Jerry Ordway cover. And this is just Sue Storm as Malice on the cover. Looking menacing as all hell. Just a great cover. And just showcasing Sue Storm being a badass. And then the last issue is from a favorite Bronze Age artist of mine. Still an active artist. But he was most famous for working on The Thing, Marvel 2-in-1, Power Man Luke Cage, a lot of great titles like that. The Masters of the Universe, the 1986 to 1988 run. But this is, of course, Ron Wilson, who is just, again, an unsung hero in comics, in my opinion. Contributed some of the best art, and he worked on just basically almost every Marvel title back in the day, jumping around. But he's most known for his run on The Thing, Marvel 2-in-1. Just a great, great artist. And I wanted to add this into the collection because this is a horror cover from Ron Wilson. And it is a spectacular horror cover, too. And this just showcases his versatility. Just an amazing horror cover. And I could just get a whole series of Ron Wilson horror covers if they're like this. Just absolutely gorgeous work. But again, that's it. That's my haul for this week, for the new comic books and for the whatnot from King of the Golden State. So check out James' link in the description below to his whatnot page. Again, always $2 starts there. I do not mind promoting people that are good sellers, that have integrity, that offer good deals on good comics, not garbage comics, good comics. from an age of comics that are always going up in price right now. And he's starting them at $2 and is selling a lot of them at $2. Most of these I paid under $5 for. Most of them you saw I paid $2 for. I think there was 2 of them I paid one I paid $11 for. That was the Ron Wilson horror one because I just wanted that Ron Wilson horror cover. And somebody else wanted it, and I don't ever see it in the wild, so I didn't mind paying a little bit more for that one because it's just not one you find very often. And but great buys, great deals, great seller, great comic books this week. Savage Sword of Conan, I'm so happy to see hitting its stride. And that's it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, keep it casual.